Hey guys, this is Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited guys because I am here today with another Empties. It's been like 2 weeks since we filmed my last one, so if you were interested in seeing what I got through and what I used up and how I felt about it. Also, we are gonna do my June end of the month recap on what I use, what my standout scents were, all the things. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I have everything out. So first off though, how have you guys been? I feel like I haven't talked to you all. I mean, granted, I have filmed and uploaded videos, but it's not quite the same as like my weekly empties where we kind of chit chat about wax and also all the other things that are going on. So how have you guys been? I went to Louisiana, got to visit my family and eat all the things. And so now I'm working on de-bloating, as I call it. And yeah, I had a great time. It was nice to just unplug and relax. I didn't melt anything. I did start to bring a warmer, but then I said the heck with it. So I did not melt for like a good solid over a week in the month of June. Not that you could really tell based on my numbers. But yeah, it was great. Also, I'd love to know, how was you guys' 4th? Did you do anything? We didn't do a single thing. We slept in, which was so good to just catch up on rest and turn off the alarms for work and not have to worry about getting up. And yeah, did my daughter's hair, put a twist back in it so that her hair can be up for a few weeks and this mama can have a break, and it's going to be like that until it's time for back to school. So that is what we did. Other than that, my daughter started swim lessons today for the summer. I always make sure that she does swim lessons at least at some point during the summer. I want her to be as comfortable with water and eventually get to the point where she, you know, can really swim. So we started that today and the weather was actually nice. I think it's because there's some sort of tropical storm floating around out there somewhere, but it made the weather so pleasant. Also, y'all, I'm sorry, but my hands are dry. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of lotion from off of my project Use It Up cart back there. I got a ton of new things that I added to my project Use It Up. So, but I won't be filming my next iteration of like what I used up probably until August. But anyway, all right. On to empty. So let's talk about what we used up. I have 3 clams. The first one is from Sensationals in a scent called Cucumber Melon. I got this knowing that I was only going to warm it exclusively in my bathroom, and it says refreshingly crisp and cool, and that definitely describes this perfectly. They say this is a part of the fruit family, and it is a strong cucumber melon, a little bit on the perfumey side. It was very pretty. It was very strong though. Like I could smell it like coming through my bathroom doors, and I was just like, sheesh, like it's over here trying to mess with what I'm warming out here in my open concept, even with the door closed. So I would get it again. I don't think I need like this big of a thing of it, but I would definitely consider picking it up again next summer, or just whenever I need like something to melt in my bathroom. So okay, next I warmed Happy Sunshine from Sensationals, and this says Daisy and Shining Citrus, and this is supposed to be part of the floral family. To me, this is like a fruity floral. It is beautiful. Also warm this in my bathrooms. I would pick this up again and warm it in my open concept. This was absolutely beautiful. I'm learning that at least like in Walmart wax, I do enjoy scents that have their daisy in it, because I think there's a white peach and daisy scent that I love. This one is so pretty. It is so pretty, and is a strong performer in the bathroom, with the exception of my problematic bathroom where I feel like all scents go to die. So unless they are like beyond strong, but this is really good. It's been going for 2 days in my bathrooms. I'll probably change that. My bathroom wax, I don't like wax in like my normal areas. I will put in there, like I change out daily, but my bathrooms, I'll leave it 2-3 days, whatever. I can go in there and still smell it. Okay, so but I would repurchase this. Loved it. Then another one I got this in friend mail from Miss Terry. That video should be up by the time this Empties goes up. But this was dreamsicle cream. So Terry was so sweet to not only send scents for me, but she sent scents for my daughter and also for my husband. And my daughter, when she saw this, she immediately knew that she wanted to warm this. So we warmed this on 2 different days in her bedroom. And this is dreamsicle cream. Aren't you glad it's delicious is what it says on here. And this is a part of the bakery family. My daughter loved this, so I will definitely be repurchasing this. Thank you so much, Terry. Y'all know me and dreamsicle, creamsicle, orange type scents like that, I could not do, but she really enjoyed it in her room. And honestly, when I went there and smelled it, I was like, okay, this isn't too bad. So, you know, she enjoyed it. I would pick it up again for her to warm in her bedroom. Okay. Oh, I got a tub. So I got through 1 tub, and this is Replica from Teddy B's, which is strawberry pound cake, beach treats, cashmere cream, and sweet vanilla cream cake. And this, it was cool. I mean, I mainly get the strawberry pound cake and some of that cashmere cream and sweet vanilla cream cake. Thank God I don't get as much of the beach treats. Y'all know, anyone who's been here for a little bit knows that I don't care for Teddy B's beach treats. And I didn't know that when I bought a ton of her beach treat scents. Thankfully, I don't get that super salty note from this one. This is like a soft background scent. Nothing that I don't see myself picking this up again. And if I did, I would just get it in a souffle, but it was nice. And I could smell it. Okay, next we got some office melts, y'all. This is, oh, by the way, this is like a week and a half worth of Empties. I know, like, we're saying weekly Empties, but this is like a week and a half worth of Empties. So we got through some things in the office. The first one I warmed is Sweet Spot from Southbound. And this is Palo Santo, super sugar cookies, toasted sugar cookies, sugar cookie dough, vanilla shortbread cookies, and vanilla ice cream. I enjoyed this. This was like a bakery with a little bit of smokiness from that Palo Santo. I know Natalie mentioned that this was one of her favorite scents, and that's what made me want to warm this to see if it is something I would like in the future. And I did enjoy it. And I think with a little bit more cure time, this would have done even better. But I really enjoyed this, so I would absolutely repurchase that. Next, we have Grassy Pants from L3, which I think is, I tried to write the scent notes on everything except that one. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Come on, thing. I'm gonna see if I can find the scent notes, but I think it's like strawberry pound cake, lavender, and fresh cut grass or something like that. Okay, well, let's see. I found it on the house blends list, and I think this is Ashley Overly's blend. And this is why I should have written it down. I wouldn't be doing this right now, but I forgot. EFG. G? Grassy. Y'all, why is it taking me so long to get to it? Here we go. Grand Granny Grassy Pants. Strawberry, fresh cut grass, sweet lavender, and watermelon. So there was a note I forgot. I actually enjoyed this. And y'all know I don't care for L3's lavender. This is strong though. Like, this was strong at my desk, and I was like, ooh, this is probably not a scent that you warm like when you having guests over, because you don't know how it's gonna go. But I surprisingly enjoyed it, and I would pick this up again. I don't know if I get like a loaf or anything, but I get a cute little mini loaf in it, or a scoop. Okay, next from L3, I warmed Cocktails by the Lilac Tree. This was one I realized I had a sample of. I saw somebody mention it in the group, and they talked about how beautiful it was, and I wrote it down for customs, and then lo and behold, I had a sample, so I warmed it. And this is lilac, grapefruit, frosty, fizzy, bubbly, and a hint of fresh cut grass. And this is a pretty soft medium, but it was so beautiful. I would definitely get this again to warm my bedrooms, bathrooms, and probably even my open concept when I want a cute little background scent. I did really enjoy this. So it's on my list to pick up some of whenever I get called up for customs. One of the times I get called up. Next, we have Dingle Hopper. And this is fresh tropical fruits, blue volcano, and creamy coconut. Y'all, I didn't care for this one. This almost reminded me of, like, it smelled waxy. But when I say it smelled waxy, it wasn't like the wax didn't have a scent. It was that the scent smelled, for example, y'all know how for some people, since he's coconut, just kind of smells waxy to some people's noses. That's kind of what this scent combination gave me. And I'm thinking it was probably these fresh tropical fruits they seemed like very watery fruits, not super sweet, and I think that sweetness was missing, and that's what kind of made it smell like that to my nose. It was a good performer though, so if you like those scent notes, you may enjoy this. Give it a go. Next, now this one has surprised me, y'all. I had a sample of chocolate banana pie, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna pop it in just to use it up and say that I went through it. Y'all, this was delicious. Shocked the heck out of me. I'm not really a banana girl in wax, and if I'm a banana girl, it's gonna be like banana bread type scents, but like chocolate and banana, nah. This was so good, and I need to put this aside so I can remember. I want to add this to my customs, but I would like to add a little something to it, like chocolate banana pie and sweet bakery dough or something, like just to give it a little bit more oomph. But this was yummy, scrumdiddlyumptious, like really enjoyed it. Put that to the side so I don't forget. Lastly, I got through one from my Nose Farm Scents Beach Evenings sampler, and this is Lavender Tides, which is Beach Evenings, warm vanilla sugar, and lavender. This was a great performer. The only thing is the lavender in this was more of an herbal lavender. I personally think this blend would have been fire with like a sweet creamy lavender, but that is not what was in the blend. So while this was nice and I enjoyed it, I would not pick this up again, because while I like lavender, like sweet lavender, I don't like herbal lavender. So okay, then we got the bags, y'all. All right, let's see here. And look, my alarm is about to go off in 1.5 seconds. Let's see if I can stop it before it goes off. Okay. All right. Next we have from Rainbow Melts, Whirl. I got this in a sample in the last pre-order, and I saw it was on the current. That pre-order is actually happening right now as we film this, because it's Saturday night, which apparently seems to be my film time now. And I wanted to warm it because I was trying to figure out if it was gonna make the cut or not for my list for what I was getting for the fall pre-order. And this is sugar cookies, caramelized vanilla, sea salt, toasted macadamia nut, white chocolate, and coconut blossom. This is beautiful. This did not make my list for the fall pre-order, only because Crystal made that list so doggone good. I said, I gotta cut something. And I was like, I'm not cutting anything that has pumpkin, palo, like all the things that I want. And so this is the one thing that did not make the list, but I trust that Crystal is going to bring this back. And when she does, like say in a like spring pre-order or Christmas pre-order, I will absolutely be picking up some of this. It is beautiful and it is a great performer. Like I said, it didn't make the cut for my list because I had to cut something. I had to cut something. But this is fire. I mixed it with something else in my room, but ooh, this is good. This is good. This might be future tub worthy type good. We'll see, but this was good. So, okay, next, I got this from Miss Terry in friend mail. This is Lavender Vanilla Custard from the Bathing Garden. Wore this in my bedroom one night. This was on the lighter side for me. It was nice, but it was not a strong performer for me. And also, this lavender also seemed kind of a little bit herbally. So this one was cool, but not anything that I would pick up more of. But I am thankful to Terry because now I can say I have tried the Bathing Gardens wax. Okay, another one I got in friend mail from Miss Candace, and this is Amityville from Super Tarts, which is lavender, strawberry, and mac apple. And I see why she loves this one, and so do I. This was a fabulous combination. This is strong. The lavender is very pretty. That mac apple is strong. Y'all, sometimes I wonder who I am and whose nose this is that I have currently, because a year ago me and mac apple were not friends. I wasn't friends with mac apple, I wasn't friends with peach scents, and now look at me. Give me the mac apple and give me all the, like, I can't get enough of peach. I don't know what's going on, but this combination was so pretty and it was super strong. This lasted for hours and hours and hours. I see why Candace loves this. Maybe this year if I catch when Super Tarts does their, what is it, Wax Wednesday, whatever it is, where like you can order whatever you want to, and then like it'll take like 2, 3, 4 months to come. I would pick this one up because this is a beautiful, beautiful blend, and I would love to have something like this for nighttime that is just a little bit different from just Lavender Bakery. Great performer too. Okay, next we got from Teddy Bees. This is Forever Young. This is sweet candied mandarin, dragon fruit nectar, jasmine, sheer vanilla, amber, sweet cherimoya flowers, and marshmallow clouds. I warmed this in my open concept. I probably should have just warmed it in my bathroom or bedroom, but whatever. YOLO, right? I warmed it. It was a super soft, like lighter, soft, medium scent. It was definitely like a little background scent. It was pretty, but it didn't perform well enough for me to be like, ooh, I must have this again. But it was nice enough for what it was. Next, from Southbound, we got another sample. This is in Eucalyptus Rain, which is eucalyptus, spearmint, and fresh rain. This smells like you were at a spa. I warmed this in my bathroom, and it's okay, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't like spearmint in wax. Peppermint I can do in the right blend, right? Like I've had peppermint with like cashmere cream. I've had peppermint like peppermint lavender bakery. I think it is really pretty and it can be very soothing. Spearmint is just a little bit more astringent and strong and just off-putting to my nose. So between sorry, I'm trying to unlock my phone. So between that and the rain note, because y'all know me and rain are very, like, we're not friends, we're not enemies, but we're not besties either. And so I could see if you like spa like scents, you will probably enjoy this. But this one was not for me. But I'm glad to say that I tried it, because I would have never tried this on my own. Okay, next from Southbound, we got Pink Lavender White Cake. This is pink sugar, lavender, vanilla, and creamy white cake. This was pretty. I enjoyed this. I don't think it's something I need more of. This was a nice, pretty scent, but this was not one of Southbound's stronger lavender blends to me. And so because of that, and I got this in February, so it's not like it's cured. I just finished it this week, June, so it had enough cure time. I think this is just one of those that was always going to be a softer blend. So pretty, but I don't need more of it. Okay, next from I Heart Wax, I tried, I believe this was Candace's blend when we did customs, and this is Tropical Storm, which is rain, salty sea air, and raspberry guava. I know I keep saying, y'all, me and rain, but this one was pretty. This was a rain that I could do. Audra's rain is not too sharp. I think that a lot of times rain notes are super sharp to my nose. This one was very pretty. I enjoyed this in my open concept as well as in my bedroom. I would consider getting this again, and I would probably just make it like a bathroom scent, but it was pretty and I did enjoy it. Ooh. Excuse me, y'all. Random yawn that came out of nowhere. I think that's because my brain is like, girl, you're still talking. I'm still talking. Okay, next, we finished a loaf from L3. And this is strawberry pound cake, BBW type, pumpkin pecan waffles, and cookie cottage. Then it says sugar cookie royale, Danish butter cookies, sugar, shortbread, vanilla wafers, vanilla cookie, sweet bakery dough. Child, look, all the things. This was good. This was super strong. However, I will say this is one that like I could go nose blind to real quick. And I think it's just because this is a blend now that is, I hate to sound like bougie, but a bit basic, right? Like now that I have experienced all the things in the wax world, strawberry pound cake and PBW together with like some bakery notes is like very basic. So it was strong. I enjoyed it, but this is one of those I'd be like, man, I can't smell nothing. Then I walk out the room and come back and be like, oh no, it's still here and throwing. It's just one that I would go nose blind to very easily. So with that being said, I would pick this up again, but not in a loaf. I would consider like a mini loaf or a scoop. Around that size would be more than enough for me, but I did enjoy this. Okay. Next, we got 3 from Second and Spruce and 2 from Knowles, and then we're done with the empties. Then we'll do the recap part. So, Second and Spruce, first one, positive vibes only. This is a citrus, romantic peony, apple blossom, cedarwood, and vanilla. Oh, it's raining again. Y'all, I'm excited. My husband fertilized the grass today, so yes, God, bring down the rain so we don't have to water our grass. Amen. Okay, so I warmed this in my open concept, and I feel like I should have warmed this in a bathroom. I think this would have done better as a bedroom bathroom scent. This is like a soft medium. It was pretty. It was not the strongest scent. This was poured in September of 2024, so it is getting closer to a year. I do find that Erica's wax performs better, like it performs good within like the year time frame, so it still had time, but I just think this scent was always going to be like a soft, pretty scent. So I would consider picking it up again, but if I did, I would get it with the intention of just using it in my bathroom. Next, from Second and Spruce, Cheers to the New Year. So this is Prosecco, pear, lychee, and vanilla. Y'all, this is one, like when I smelled it on cold, I was like, this is so good. I warmed this in my open concept. This was a good strong medium, and this is boozy, honey. Like, I'm not a drinker, and I'm assuming Prosecco, is Prosecco like similar to champagne? I don't know if it is. Look, I'm looking it up. Prosecco versus champagne. I'm not a drinker, but what I do know, yes, they're both like sparkling wines. I don't like champagne. I'm one of those people when people are like, oh my God, like, you know, like a lot of places they have brunch and free mimosas. Ugh, I don't like champagne. I don't like to mix with orange juice. I don't like it by itself. I've never had a champagne that I've liked. So I'm sure I would feel the same way about Prosecco. And this is heavy on the Prosecco. But somehow it worked. It was like I felt like I had a glass of it. Without actually having to drink it, if that makes sense. The pear and the lychee and the vanilla sweeten it up. This was so good. It performed well, but it was definitely boozy. So I'm just saying, you gotta like alcohol inspired scents to know you're gonna get that Prosecco. But I would pick this up again in a mini loaf. Okay, last one I used. Lavender Fusion from Second and Spruce. Lavender Fusion and Pink Peppermint. This is lavender bedtime bath, sweet lavender, house lavender, pink sugar, crushed candy cane, sweet peppermint, and vanilla. Now, I warmed this on 3 different occasions in my bedroom because it came with like 3 of the mini melter cups. And I sometimes let my daughter like help me pick what I'm gonna warm for the night. And she smelled this and she was like, no, I don't think we should warm that one tonight. Then one night when I did put it in my warmer, she ended up loving it, and she was like, do we have any more? And I was like, no, that's it. And she was like, oh, we need to get that one again. So I would pick this up again. I can do lavender bakery with peppermint, especially Erica's, and this one was really pretty. So it was a hit in our household. We both loved it. Absolutely purchased. Last 2 scents. All right, we got Knowles. The first one is Anti-Hero, which is strawberry, apricot, vanilla, and bourbon. I warmed this in my open concept. This was a medium. This was pretty. This was one that sometimes I would think I can't smell it, and then, or no, it took a little while to start throwing, but once it did, it lasted a really good amount of time. I did enjoy this. I would pick this up again. I think this was from his Taylor Swift, whatever the name of the album, pre-order. It's like Taylor Swift, Kaylee's version pre-order. I think this was from that. And then I finished up a loaf of cookies on the boardwalk. So this was Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds and Sugar Cookie Royale. I enjoyed this. It was a nice medium. Now, when I first got this scent, like, I loved it. I still love it, but I don't love it to the point of needing a loaf. I think the next time I would get it in either a tub or a brittle and be just fine. But I did enjoy this. This is not 2 tubs worthy for me though. This is like 1 tub or a brittle and that's it. But I did enjoy it. I think my nose has just matured a little bit. So things that like before I was like, oh, it's amazing. Like now I'm like, that's still good, but, and so, okay. That's everything, y'all. Whew. So I guess if we talked about the standout scents, on what I've warmed over the last like week and a half or so. Let's see what we got here, y'all. Let's see what we got here. Okay. All right. So here's what we got. Lavender Fusion and Pink Peppermint from L3. Cheers to the New Year. I'm sorry, L3. Jesus. I'm sorry, Second and Spruce. I was thinking about the next thing I was going to talk about. Lavender Fusion and Pink Peppermint from Second and Spruce. Oh, hold on. Camera's about to cut off. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. I was saying what my top scents were, or top warms were, favorites, whatever, for the week, right? So we had Lavender Fusion and Pink Peppermint from Second and Spruce, as well as Cheers to the New Year from Second and Spruce. Then a lot of my surprises actually also came from like samples of things, right? So that Amityville lavender strawberry and mac apple from Super Tarts, Whirl from Rainbow Melts, that's that toasted macadamia kind of Cherryosa 71, Sol de Janeiro Cherryosa 71 type scent. Yummers. Cocktails by the Lilac Tree from L3. Chocolate banana pie. This one really surprised me. Terry, if you're watching, I bet you would love this if you have not already tried it from L3. She's probably already tried it because she loves banana scents. And then Sweet Spot from Southbound, which is that Palo sugar cookie type scent. So that's everything that we warmed and got through. Now, and the favorites. Let's talk about our recap. Here's my little handy dandy notebook where I wrote it all down. Yes, I wrote it down instead of just typing it up in my phone. Okay, so for the month of June, I brought in 118 items. I know that is a lot. I count whether it's a sample or a loaf, I count every single thing as one piece of wax. With that being said, I got in friend mail from both Candace and Terry, so that is a good bit of that. I moved out of my collection 70 items. Now I did send some friend mail out, so at least 12 pieces were actually sent out in friend mail, but I got 70 pieces out of my collection. So I finished 6 loaves / bricks. 2 of those were sent out in friend mail. I only finished 2 tubs this month, which is kind of surprising. I guess because I finished more loaves, but normally I finish more tubs. I don't know what was going on, so we're gonna do better on that in July, because I love tubs, so we got to be using up more than 2 in a month. Now this part I was surprised by, right? Because I started like calculating ounces of wax. Now mind you, for samples I normally say they're between 0.25 to 0.3 ounces. That might not be right, that's just my guesstimation, but it says I used up 270 ounces of wax, y'all. 64 ounces of that were sent out in friend mail, but I was like, God dang, girl, you warm. So that was just interesting. I probably won't share the ounces every month, but that was just interesting to see. Out of the 70 cents that I used up or moved out of my collection, 31 were scents that I would absolutely repurchase, and 18 of those were like absolute loves. So there were 24 that I just would not repurchase, and that was mainly due to like either performance issues or I just didn't care for the scent blend. Now there was one, y'all already know about this one, that Better Homes and Garden Meyer lemon and basil. I gave the other part to my husband. I can't do it. Never to be seen or heard from again in my house. Ugh. Okay, so my standout scents for the month. From Destas, I have Just Peachy, which is like that Georgia peach and sugar cookie blend. Oh, so good. Ebony and Ivory's coconut milk and lavender cream. Tam and Candace were telling me how great this scent was, and like when I was smelling cold, I was like, oh, it smells good, y'all. It's in the next pre-order. I'm getting 2 tubs. That's all I'm gonna say. I had a customs that I did that was Coral Waves and Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. Coral Waves is like this peachy, fruity, tropical type scent. Like I said, y'all, I don't know, me and peach lately, we're like this. Knowles Wonderland Whimsy. I finished up my loaf of that this past month, begrudgingly. I love Wonderland Whimsy, love it. L3 chocolate banana pie. I mean, like, who saw that coming? Because what? Oh, that reminds me. Look, I didn't put this back up. Let me leave this out so I can remember to add it to my customs. Rainbow Melts Whirl. That one we just talked about. Then Second and Spruce put the lime and the coconut. That was like that key lime pie, beach nights type scent that just threw in my room for like over 24 hours. And then Beach Bum from Southbound was like this beachy, aquatic-y, fruity, floral type scent. So pretty. So anyway, that's my little recap for the month. I hope that y'all enjoyed. I would love to know down below if you track your wax. Like, how much did you finish for the month of June? Was it a great melting month for you, or do you feel like it was a slower month? Maybe because it's hot, maybe because you've been traveling, or you just haven't felt like warming because it's hot. Did I mention it's hot? So, you know, it has cooled off a teach here, and we thank God for every bit of reprieve that we get. But yeah, I'd love to know down below, how much did you use up this month? And if you don't know how much, what was your absolute favorite thing that you used this month? And also, if you remember, what is the one thing that is equivalent to that Meyer lemon and basil scent? Like, what is one that you're like, girl, never again will it enter my home? Let me know down in the comments below so we can chat it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you like videos like this and you are not subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love for you to decide to do so. And my voice is like, girl, stop talking. So that is what we're gonna do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.